The Gulf Coast CW is teaming up with our local fans who dare to defy. This month's superfan is vlogger TK Brooks. To check out special content from TK, go to GulfCoastCW.com and follow us on social.
All dressed in suits and capes, saving the city from all threats. Our heroes shine bright, fighting crime without any regrets. From Star City to National City, they're always on patrol, embodying courage and hope, the stories unfold. Interviewing these stars, their powers on display. 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 Our heroes shine bright, fighting crime without any regrets. From Star City to National City, they're always on patrol, embodying courage and hope, their stories unfold. Interviewing these stars, their powers on display. 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 Our heroes shine bright, fighting crime without any regrets. From Star City to National City, they're always on patrol, embodying courage and hope, their stories unfold. Interviewing these stars, their powers on display. 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 Our heroes shine bright, fighting crime without any regrets. From Star City to National, their stories unfold. Interviewing these stars, their powers on display. Interviewing these stars, their powers on display.
Alright.
Let's do it. We are rolling.
Oh, don't worry, I'll edit this part out.
You should just keep it all in. Just keep it
all in. All right.
Yeah, this is real life, man.
Well, heck yeah, man. All right, what's going on? This is TK from Comic Insider and the Gulf Coast CW. We're out here at Chattanooga Comic Con Day 1 with one of the legends himself from Comic Book Man, Ming Chen. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. I think I say this every time. Anytime that you're here, we're here together and we're behind the camera and you're rolling footage on this or interviewing each other, it means I'm doing something right.
Oh yeah, it's always
doing
fun
something
event,
right.
man. So I had a whole bunch of new stuff I want to talk to you about.
Oh.
All right, what's going on? This is TK from Comic Insider and the Gulf Coast CW. We're out here at Chattanooga Comic Con, day one, with one of the legends himself, Flash Gordon, Sam Jones. How you doing today, sir?
Good. Thank you, TK, for having me. What a great intro, though. Yeah.
Oh, appreciate
I
it.
see you've
man.
done some broadcasting before.
A little bit. I don't know if you remember this. About 9 years ago at the Gulf Coast Fan Fest, the first one. You actually knighted me as press and taught me camera angles.
Oh, did I really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that was...
All right, what's going on? It's TK from the Comic Insider and Gulf Coast CW. We're out here at Chattanooga Comic Con, day one, with one of the legends, the OG Flash. How you doing, John? What's the ship?
Great. It's good to see you again.
Always good to see you. So I got to ask always, one of my first questions is, what do you think of the event so far? I mean, it seems like I've seen some great Flash cosplay out here. So,
There is. I'll tell you, I have been busier so far today than I anticipated. I didn't know how big the convention was or how enthusiastic the fans would be, but we've had a lot of people coming out and a lot of Flash fans representing, all decked out.
I think it's pretty cool. Even I noticed Katie Cassidy earlier was even wearing a Flash shirt. So
Was she? I didn't even notice
that cracked me up.
that.
I was like,
didn't notice it. I got to notice it now. We just did a panel together, an Arrowverse panel.
how was that?
It was great. Guess who moderated it? Ming.
No way.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God, that is so cool whenever
It's-
Ming just jumps in on anything.
it's
It's
so much
so
fun.
awesome. So, I mean, you caught me off guard there. That's just so cool. I'm nerding out now a little bit. Oh my God. So, what'd y'all get to talk about? I mean, did y'all spend a lot of time talking about crossovers and stuff? I mean,
We
during
got to
the
talk
panel,
about
or-
a lot of things, including Katie Cassidy's new book for children featuring her cat, Carlos.
Okay.
And they're taking on themes like bullying, and it's very involved. We also talked a lot about the creative process, like what is acting, and how do we do what we do. And Katie takes it very seriously, inventing backgrounds for characters, the same kind of thing that I do, to take these superhero iconic characters and give them an inner life is our challenge and our joy, actually.
That's so awesome. I gotta ask, on characters outside of the Flash, what was one of the favorite characters you've ever played throughout your career?
I'd have to say Broadway Dancing at Lunasa, played by Brian Friel, where I came over from the Abbey Theatre in London, and I got to be Jerry Evans, the Welsh wastrel, and that was one of the most beautiful plays I've ever done. I've also enjoyed my Psychos. I don't want to shortchange.
I saw Night Sweats recently. That was so awesome.
Yeah, right. And Mr. Leahy on Teen Wolf. That I can hardly watch that. That's so dark. And then both of my Emmys, of course, are for Psychos on daytime. So I've enjoyed it all. I've loved playing a range of characters from superheroes to psychopaths.
I remember the first character I ever, when I was a kid, seeing you play was the father from Neverending Story 2.
Oh yeah, that was
That was just such an amazing character.
one of my first big things after my soap opera period, for which went through the 80s. We filmed that in '89 in Munich and Vancouver. Anytime we're outside, we're in Vancouver. The moment we open a door and walk inside, we're on a soundstage in Munich.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little bit of a trip. Just step outside and it's like, okay.
It's also great on continuity because we filmed the inside scenes in spring, then we went to Vancouver in the fall. So everything had to be identical. So continuity was all over it.
Seems like that's like one of the best places to film. I mean, wasn't a lot of the Flash shot up there in Vancouver? And
All the Arrowverse shows eventually. I think, did Supergirl start in LA? But anyway, they all ended up in Vancouver.
That's so cool. Out of the Arrowverse and the Flash series, what was one of the favorite characters you got to play? Because you got to play a handful of characters.
Listen,
I mean,
man, I've
Jay,
played
Father.
four different characters on 5 different shows on 3 different networks over 30 years. So it's hard to pick a favorite. There were favorites at the time. I was appropriate for Barry in 1990. That was
Right.
my first big primetime break. And then I did a drive-through, Batman the Brave and the Bold. I got to be my own worst enemy, Professor Zoom, for
Was
a
that cool
minute.
doing the voice acting versus live action?
I prefer live action, because my instinct is always to turn and look at the person I'm talking to. Well, the mic is here, and you're in a semicircle, so
Right.
every time I go to do a scene with somebody, I'd go off mic. Cut. John, you're going to have to keep facing the mic, or we can't hear you. So that was a challenge, but yeah, and then to come back and play a completely new version of Henry Allen. How Jeff Johns had blown up the Allen family, and suddenly Henry was wrongfully convicted of killing Nora in front of a 10-year-old Barry. I was like, I want to play that part. And then it just rolled out. I mean, everything rolled out organically. By the time I got to Jay Garrick, I thought, yeah, hell yeah, I'm the actor who's most qualified to play Jay Garrick with my experience and my history with the franchise.
It always makes me kind of think, seeing you play Jay Garrick, what would have and could have been if there was a season 2 to the original Flash. I mean, because his original brother was Jay. Right. Probably not the same. But,
no, that was just a tribute. He got killed, of course, in the pilot, which motivated my Barry taking on the powers. Yeah, second season of OG Flash was going to be the Rogues Gallery.
Oh my God, that would be so
Danny
cool.
and Paul had huge plans.
You ended off starting off with one of the Rogues with Mark Hamill.
The
Trickster.
We had Captain Cold, Michael Champion. We had, I don't know who specifically, is it Mirror Master? Is he?
Okay.
That was David Cassidy, father of Katie Cassidy.
Oh, wow. That was
So
some history back then. Okay, cool.
We have a link there. And yeah, it might have killed us all because we were doing live action practical effects in those days. If we wanted to blow up a semi full of brand new cars, boom, 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 and shoot flames 45 feet in the air, we really had to do it. So we were all night long, every night till dawn, hashing out the special effects. It's the most exhausting thing I've ever done. And now that they have put it on Blu-ray, you can see, I'm rewatching it for the first time in 30 years, and I'm seeing things I have never seen before because the
so cool
4K up-reses at the Warner Archives did such a brilliant job. So people are picking these up. I'm really glad because I'm sitting there watching it like, wow, I had no idea all that was going on behind me.
Do you think everything coming out with the release of the Blu-ray and the ending of the Flash, with the tribute of showing off new speedsters in the future and what they did with XS, do you think we might see a spin-off in the future? Like if they ever offered you a role to come back and be mentor for, in the future, I wouldn't know what they would call it, but
yeah,
a little speedster family reunion.
Yeah.
All right, ready when you are?
Ready when you are.
All right, what's going on? It's TK from Comic Insider and the Gulf Coast CW. We're out here at day 2 of Chattanooga Comic Con with one of the legendary actresses from the Arrowverse, Katie Cassidy. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, amazing. One of the first things I always love to ask is, have you seen any cool cosplays out here? What do you think of the event so far?
It's been great. I mean, the fans are always fantastic, and it's just fun to see everyone and how they put their costumes together, and they're very creative. But yeah, it's been a great weekend.
Have you seen any cool Black Canary
Not
cosplays
yet.
Or?
I mean, this weekend, not yet, but you never know. Weekend's not over.
Right. Day's just starting out.
Exactly.
So I wanted to ask a couple of questions on the Arrowverse. Obviously, how awesome is it being able to play a DA like Laurel Lance and also being able to, it's such a badass. So Black Canary, and then, I mean, different crossovers, and I mean, everything in the multiverse, because you got to play a couple of different characters on there, which I thought was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, a lot of work, especially when you are transitioning into a superhero. And the amount of workouts that had to go into, because physically, they were like, the producers and writers were like, you're gonna be in the gym a lot, just so you know. I was like, great, bring it. So it was actually really fun, and I went through fight training kind of the same way Laurel did, and it was pretty empowering. It was pretty awesome.
What kind of martial arts did they do during training? I mean, was it basic just karate or judo? Because I did notice that Carrie did have a couple of jiu-jitsu moves.
Yeah, kickboxing, taekwondo, all of that kind of stuff.
What was one of the coolest parts? I mean, throughout the whole series, of whether it be, behind hanging out with the cast, or just crossovers, or just any day on the set? What was it that was like?
The coolest thing for me, I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, yes, of course, the cast and spending time, and they become your family. Love Vancouver, that's where we shot. But then also, I got to go through the Warner Brothers Directors Program and direct my first episode, and that was incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
How does that feel like? I mean,
I feel like I found my true calling. It's just a whole creative and almost like a divide between intellectual, left brain, right brain. You got to, have free in the space and know like the sandbox or the aesthetic of obviously Arrow in this case. The show you're directing and stay within the lines of that, but inside of that frame, you get to do whatever you want, as long as it's in line with the aesthetic of the show. And it's led me. I have a short that's out that I just released called America's Next Best President, which is a spoof on American politics. Timely, yes, I know. And I wrote and directed and produced that during lockdown, actually, COVID.
Okay.
It's fun. It's cute, and I am directing my first feature, but I can't really talk about it yet because we haven't announced it. But yes, so I'm
so
directing
amazing.
more. Yeah.
That is cool. I did want to ask, because it's towards the holidays. I mean, we got next week Halloween coming up, and then Christmas is just only a couple months away. I was wondering, out of the Arrowverse, going back into younger days of like acting, do you think it's pretty cool doing the horror movie stuff, or is it more fun doing like Christmas, holiday themed movies? Cause
Yeah,
I gotta say, I watched the Royal Christmas Crush just like 2 weeks ago. I'm prepping for this interview, and I thought that whole set was awesome, watching the giant, just the snow houses and the slide going down there.
Yeah, no, that was really fun. I enjoyed it. I do like, I like genre movies. I like movies, and I like art and creating and collaborating and telling good stories.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I can't keep you out here all day. I know you got tons of fans out there. Just wanted to ask one last question for fans, where they can be able to find you social media wise, like if you're on Instagram or anything.
Yep,
or?
it's just at Katie Cassidy for Instagram. I believe my Facebook page is the same as well. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
It's amazing
thank you.
You have a great day. And
Thank you.
Get out here. Make sure to check out this event. It's the last day, and we will see you in the multiverse. Gotta run.
See you in the multiverse.
Thank you so much for the interview. That's awesome. It's great meeting you.
Hey, Ranger fans, it's your boy Steve Cardenas, aka Rocky the Red Power Ranger, and you are watching Gulf Coast CW. And you know what time it is. It's morphin' time.
I travel the country with my mic in hand, interviewing heroes from DC's Grand, covering Supergirl, Arrow, and the Flash, sharing their stories in a comic book bash, spreading their tales far and wide. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright, from CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight, with superheroes whose powers ignite. Sharing a journey of trials and fame, from the screen to real life in our geeky frame. We delve deep into their character soul, unravel mysteries to make us whole, embracing the fan love so pure and true. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright, from CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight, with superheroes whose powers ignite. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright, from CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight, with superheroes whose powers ignite. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright, from CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight, with superheroes whose powers ignite. Powers ignite. stars so bright. From CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight. With superheroes whose powers ignite. Trials and fame, from the screen to real life. In our geeky frame, we delve deep into their character soul. Unravel mysteries to make us whole. Embracing the fan love so pure and true. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright. From CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight. With superheroes whose powers ignite. I travel the country with my mic in hand, interviewing heroes from DC's grand, covering Supergirl, Arrow, and the Flash, sharing their stories in a comic book bash, spreading their tales far and wide. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright. From CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight. With superheroes whose powers ignite. Trials and fame, from the screen to real life. In our geeky frame, we delve deep into their character soul. Unravel mysteries to make us whole. Embracing the fan love so pure and true. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright. From CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight. With superheroes whose powers ignite. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright. From CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight. With superheroes whose powers ignite. Celebrity interviews with stars so bright. From CW Network under the spotlight. Comic conventions where dreams take flight. With superheroes whose powers ignite.
I just never knew that after the show was over that it would still have this longevity and that people would still be, part of it. Like, still
How crazy
love
is
it.
that? Like, everybody's the biggest fans 30 years later.
I know, it's
That's-
crazy, I mean, but and also the difference too is, back in the day, all the kids were, all the people that were our fans were little, and they were, too young or too shy to articulate to us, how much the show meant to them and stuff. But now I get to do all these events, all these Comic-Con events, and, everybody's grown up now, and they're like, dude, you were such a part of my childhood. And, I just, to hear those kind of stories is good, because it's not just that, but it's like people come up and say, hey, I became this because I watched Power Rangers. I became a martial artist because of it. I became a fireman because of this. Or I became, whatever. Like, we
That's
inspired
awesome.
them to kind of want to, do things in their life and they take their career in the direction it went, So I feel nice about that,
Is that one of the best things you like whenever you're at shows like this, events?
Yeah. I mean, people come up, they say things like, hey, like I had like a really rough childhood growing up, and, the 30 minutes I could see your show every day was such a nice escape, and for people to come up and say that and to be able to say how much that meant to them and stuff, that means so much to me. I'm like, hey, I'm really happy to be a part of all that,
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I know I'm gonna like him. He's a funny boy as he is. Take me to where the stars are, where the stars are, where the cast of store belongs. To me, who's me, heroes, and we are part of this world. Tell me who's your favorite on TV? Favorite on TV. Anybody who's yours is mine. Who's your favorite TV show? Supernatural, Arrow, you're my type of thing. I'm all
Gargoyles. Did you ever watch that growing up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm glad now that they have it on Disney Plus, so you can go and watch it.
What?
Yeah, Gargoyles, man. It's on Disney Plus. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, here we go. The trouble life, I love it when I get back home. I'll tell them all about me. The city of LA and the light